Hello beautiful people, welcome to your astrological forecast for the upcoming week part 2. This is a card pull for the full moon in Libra, not an eclipse, but still a full moon. We're slowly but surely coming out of the eclipse season, so this will be our first post-eclipse lunation, the full moon in Libra, which will be taking place on Saturday the 12th or Sunday the 13th, depending where you are in the world. And I just recorded my part 1, which is the astrological part of it, where I looked at the charts and stuff like that. So if you are interested in that, then you will find it in the other video. And in this video, once again, I'm going to pull some cards and see what further guidance will come through with regards to the energies that we are experiencing at the moment and we'll be tapping into with this full moon in Libra. So let's just see. So as always, I'm going to start with the Queen of the Moon. Queen of the Moon Oracle from Stacey DeMarco, and let's see what is the message from the moon in Libra. All right, message for full moon in Libra 2025. Let's see what's going to come through. Okay, focus. Very good, focus. Right, we are up to our eyeballs in emotions, but it's helping us to create a center point, right? Focus with your third eye. Focus what this really mean to you. This is number 14, which is number 5, the number of change and disruption, right? So there could be a lot of things happening outside of you have no control over, but it's up to you how you feel about it, right? You determine how much focus you want to give things that you cannot control, and also what do you want to focus on and how do you want to feel about it. You know, that's what we're cultivating now, and also especially this will be the main focus of Jupiter transiting through the sign of Cancer from June this year. And at the bottom is attraction. Yes, exactly. You need to focus on the things that feel good to attract what you desire, unless you want to attract something that doesn't feel good, you know, like consciously, because we are always manifesting, whether we are conscious or unconscious of it, we are always manifesting. The law of attraction is always working, but why not attract that which we desire? And this is number 44, right? 44. Master number frequency, which is also adding to number 8, the strength. 8, that was the year we just came out of. 8 is the strength card in tarot, but it's also the number associated with Saturn and Jupiter. The reward after you put the work in, right? The expansion of consciousness, becoming the conscious manifester of your reality, right? So yeah, focus on what you desire. Focus your thoughts and your emotions on what you wish to manifest. The third eye, you know, the process of metamorphosis, who you are becoming, because Mars once again is squaring the moon, just as it was during the new moon in Libra, which was an eclipse in October. Mars is squaring this moon, but now Mars is post-retrograde. It's not the same Mars it was back in October, right? Because Mars stationed retrograde in December and just finished his retrograde at the end of February. So focus on what you want to attract, because the entire universe is available to you to create whatever you want, because there's nothing there. There's nothing there. The void is empty until you have a desire to create something from it. So focus on what you wish to create. And this is the illumination, the Libra, just like what I was talking about in the video. This is the illumination of everything that might feel out of balance. So we can then decide, right? Make a choice, decide. What do you want to focus on? Jupiter is trining this moon. It's fantastic, you know. I mean, depends on the focus, right? Focus on of your thoughts, what you want to create, what you want to attract, right? All right. Now let's ask the Queen of the Sun. So focus on the attraction. And now what is the message from the Sun? Sun in Aries, by this stage on the final decan, Sagittarius decan, the expansion of consciousness. By that point, Mercury will be direct, right? Mercury stationing direct on Monday. Actually, right after the full moon, Venus will station direct. So let's see. Venus is the ruler of this moon. And Mars is a ruler of the Sun, and Mars is ruled by the moon. So go and figure. Okay. Sun, what is the message from the Sun? Okay, grace. Oh, 2 cards flipped. Grace and the unexpected. So 37, which is the number 10, the year we will be experiencing next year, and the unexpected. I haven't seen this card before. And this is a card of equinox, I believe. We have a look at Ostara. Yes, equinox, Ostara. So yeah, the spring is bringing a lot of unexpected energies. There is a lot of fire that came through, the fire of the spirit. The fire of the spirit, because Mars was still in Cancer, right? Last year in Aries season, Mars was in Pisces, so there is a lot of fire, a lot of spiritual potential coming for manifestation, coming through for manifestation. The flares, the solar flares, right? Also probably many more solar flares will we be experiencing this year to create the fire within us, to bring the Kundalini online, right? Up our spine, to be able to connect the realms, the earth with the cosmos, all your chakra, in order to create in connection with your higher self, and like however it's gonna come around, however it's gonna happen, whatever is gonna be birthed, right? Like to be able to handle it with grace. All the bunnies, the new beginnings, we are birthing a new beginnings. So yeah, having the grace, because it's not gonna be perfect. A lot of that is gonna make a lot of people angry. There's gonna be a lot of anger, but anger, can be used to burn something down or to create something with, right? It's the same energy, but it depends on how it's being tapped into. What is the frequency of, or what is what frequency of that energy you tapping into, what dimension you tapping into. So yeah, can create a lot of anger. There could be a lot of anger with this illumination of the Libra, like a lot of sense of injustice, a lot of victimhood might get stirred up again, because there are still a lot of planets in Pisces. Venus is conjunct Saturn second time, right? Mercury is still in the sign of Pisces, even though direct by that point, about to move into Aries the following week. So there's still a lot of Pisces energy, post-retrograde soon to be, but still in shadow. So a lot of people might get very angry because a lot of things are becoming illuminated with the full moon, things that we were maybe unaware of in October 6 months ago. And this is necessary because it will create a desire for the new to be born. And whether it will happen directly, like, okay, I'm going to now focus, right? I'm going to focus on that which I want to attract, or I want to go in a roundabout way and still focus on the things that make me angry, that eventually will lead me to desire that I don't want to do this anymore. I want to focus on different things. Either way. And yeah, and then at the bottom is recovery card. I believe we had this card recently, number 15, which adds up to number 6, balance. Right? New is being born. It's created from the desires that are coming through, the fire of desire to recover, Amaterasu, recovery, the balance. Look, there is a fire and water there. It's beautiful. All right, I'm just going to read these short messages because this one is more mythological, this deck, and I've been working with it shorter. So we start with Ostara, the Grace, because that's the 37, because that's what we actually had quite recently, right? The equinox. So here is the Ostara, new is being born. Lighten up, see the positive of what is ahead of you. Set new intentions, start afresh. You are heading into a period of growth. Stop ruminating on mistakes or things that haven't gone well in the past. Look forward and make new plans. And the affirmation is, I am excited about my future. Companion stone or metal is emerald. Tune into the heart, what really matters. This is the in conjunction between Uranus and the full moon, but also the trine between the Uranus and the south node, which is going to become exact on May 1st. So then we have the unexpected, the number 40, which is the unexpected is going to help us to break the old foundation, create a new one, right? Because that's what we need. We cannot predict everything all the time. We cannot control everyone, and to think we can is misguided. Mystery can be wonderful and a catalyst. We should prepare for the unexpected. It is okay to say, I don't know. Exercise flexibility. And then the affirmation is, I welcome the serendipity of life. Companion stone fluorite, which is anti-inflammatory. And it also helps you to connect the heart and the top chakras to the cosmos, right? So yeah, perfect. This is also something that came through the first video with the Yod pointing to the moon, right? From the huge stellium in Pisces from one side and Uranus in Taurus from the other side, pointing to the moon in Libra. There are a lot we can't see, that a lot we don't know, because the past, Venus being in the sign of Pisces in a closing phase to Saturn, the past is ending. It is not going to be the same, right? So expect the unexpected. And there are things we can control and things we can't. And there are things we can, try to predict. But, with Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini, prediction's not going to work. So let's see about this recovery, number 15, which is number 6. you know, but also number 15 is the Devil card in a Major Arcana, which is about the choices, right? You can recover the choices you made, you know, with the Lover's cards, the number 6, and make a new choices, right? So this is all serving the flaring up and the old coming to the surface, even if it's as anger, to birth the desire for the new. It is all service to recover the choice, right? To recover the choice to make a new one. Jupiter is still in Gemini, as I said, trining this moon. Recovery, we can recover from all kinds of trauma without building true self-esteem from the inside out, and without the true love of who we are. We may seem to always be limited in what we do. Choosing ourselves first matters, right? That's the Neptune 0 degrees of Aries. I can and will recover. And the companion stone is androdite. Okay. And also, what did I just want to say? Something just crossed my mind. The recovery, the balancing, I don't know, it just slipped out of my mind like right now, but maybe it will come back to me with the recovery. What are we recovering? Oh yeah, this was the square between Lilith and Mars and Pluto. Mars and Pluto are back in opposition. Exact opposition is on April 26th, the third and final one, but they already in degree opposition. And Lilith, the black moon Lilith, the shadow of our consciousness, right? The dark aspects of our consciousness. Well, the dark is not necessarily bad. It's just the unconscious, right? It's squaring this Mars and Pluto opposition. So I feel that's also what this card is talking to. The recovering the aspects of ourselves which we rejected because they were unacceptable, but that is still the aspect of us that feels is missing, and we're seeking it outside of ourselves. We've actually always been there. It's just unconscious to us, right? That's why people who hold these characteristics trigger us. All right, now let's pull the portal card. See what portal wants to express itself with regards to this full moon in Libra, first post-eclipse lunation. All right, let's see. Portal card for the full moon in Libra 2025, please, Spirit. What is the portal card? I already have 2 cards poking out. Let's see what comes out. All right, just 1 card, please. Of course, Crystal Skull Wisdom, our new old returning one. Clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy, right? The time of healing. Of course, with the South Node in Virgo, North Node in Pisces, and at the bottom, angelic frequency. Angels are here, you are safe, potent connection. Yes, we are at the time of healing, and there are a lot of beings, just like I was saying during the first video, that we are not alone. There's so much help. So much help. The chart is very clear. There are so many beings there to help us, because the whole universe is going through this, not just us. You know, the way it's manifesting on planet Earth is unique to us, but we are all in this together, and under that is Seraphim Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. Yeah, to be able to speak your truth, create through your voice, right? The throat chakra. Okay, let's see. The skull, let's just remind ourselves, just the message, crystal skull wisdom, crystal skull. And the angelic frequency also just opened, so that really wants to speak. But yeah, the crystal skull, let's start there, because this card comes up so often, and it's all the purple and crystal. This is all the crown chakra. Clarity, high healing, high vibrational, divine healing, high vibrational energy. Your message: all aspects of your life are becoming clearer at this time, full moon, right? Expect to become aware of what you need to step away from to have a more focused path. This is the square between Mars and the full moon. You may have felt indecisive, but now you are downloading direct guidance from the heart of the source, so that you can live and express yourself in a more authentic way. Know that downloads often appear as your own inner guidance, encouraging you to move forward. The key is to recognize the calmness they bring. This is a time of clarity and connection. Crystal skull downloads are here to bring clarification to what you have been receiving within. In order for the next phase of your journey to unfold, you must follow the information you have received. You know what you need to do to heal and grow. If you've been asking for a sign that the healing work you have been doing had been successful, trust that this card is the message you have been waiting for. Yeah, this is very much for me the Mars square to the full moon. And Mars obviously is still ruled by the moon in Libra, Venus is in Pisces, right? Closing phase conjunction to Saturn, second hit. And yeah, because we are not the people there, we are not the same version of ourselves we were before Mars gone retrograde, right? We learned a lot of things, we felt a lot of things, and now we have the opportunity once again to decide who am I becoming. Yeah, there is a lot of healing because we are attached to the old versions of ourselves because they help us to survive. They created a sense of safety and security in our life. So if I let all of these versions of myself, if I let who I was go, who am I then? Who am I becoming, right? There's the ego death, right? Like when we don't identify no more as this is who I am, right? This is where I came from and stuff. And like, no, you are everything and you are also nothing, because it's the potential of what everything else you can be, right? Because when we name anything, we limit it to that one single definition. So there is a lot of healing going on to allow us to release ourselves from the past versions of ourselves that help us to survive, got us to this point. But now we're discerning, is this still beneficial to me? Does this still hold a meaning? Is it something that will help me to get to where I want to go? Yeah. And the angelic frequency, you know, this angel guidance that we have available, angelic frequency. Angels are here, you are safe, potent connection. Your message: angels are drawing close at this time, so be open to signs and synchronicities that confirms this. It's important for you to know that through your actions, choices, and service, you have upgraded your spiritual connection and your frequency. Rejoice, for you may be rewarded with abundance and blessings at this time, and you have been making choices that are not just for your own greater good, but for that of all around, of those around you. Your guardian angel is with you now, helping you remember your infinite power and potential. Reach for the stars and trust that all the efforts you have been making, both internally and externally, will bring blessings and opportunities. The path you are on is aligned to your highest good, and the support you need is there for you. You are cherished by angels. Yeah, that's beautiful. So this is just an extra confirmation. We're going through healing, and yeah, you have been blessed. But I feel guided to read the third card as well, you know, because this is all about the healing. Let's see this one, because it's a voice activation, the Seraphim Gateway. I've not seen that one either before, so I'm just gonna read the message again, just the message of the card. But yeah, because these two cards, they are just confirming we are going through a lot of healing. You are supported. There is a lot of support, especially the angels are present, you know, because they're helping us to hear. But let's see about this Seraphim Gateway. The highest form of angelic beings, the seraphims. So we have double, you know, angelic frequency here. Okay, let's see. Your message: you are blessed to receive the light of the seraphim. Know that these beings of infinite light are singing your name in the heavens to unlock the power of your own voice. Angelic support surrounds you at this time. Know that you are safe, for you are being held by the presence of love. The seraphim are witnessing the glory of your being and activating your angelic qualities. You care deeply about the welfare of the planet and all her beings. In fact, you are hoping to make a great difference in the world, and the reason for this is you are carrying angelic light. Let it shine on the world around you. Here you go. That's your confirmation. You know, most of us, well, not everyone, but most of us hold a very strong angelic frequency. So yeah, don't put angels on pedestals, because you are one of them, right? Earth angel. Okay, I'm going to pull a card from this deck, the Healing Heart Oracle. And I'm not going to read the interpretation. I just want to see what heart will come up for the collective. And then I'll just pull the Major Arcana and close with that. So let's see the healing heart. So what is the state of the heart of the collective consciousness at the moment? Full moon in Libra. Let's see the heart of the humanity. What is the message? Heart of the humanity. Where are we at? All right. Forgiving heart. Don't let the past imprison you in your present. forgiving heart. And look, it's a full moon, right? There is a lot of illumination, you know, a lot of things becoming conscious again, unconscious things becoming conscious, so we can forgive to ourselves and others. And this is number 36, the culminations, the endings. Let's forgive that we all play the role that we assign to one another to learn, grow, and evolve, and to balance the karmic stuff, right? And now it's time to move on, you know, with the full moon. It's time to forgive. That's also the aspect of Pisces, you know, the releasing and letting go through forgiveness, right? Forgiveness. And at the bottom, don't give up on love. Don't give up on love, you know. This is number 20, a partnership. Don't give up on love hard. What do you desire? Yeah, forgive, let go of the past, and focus on, again, focus, right? Focus, focus, focus. What you want to attract, right? Focus. What kind of world you want to create for yourself and others. And here we have, don't give up, you know, don't give up on love. Don't give up on the world. Don't give up on people, right? Just focus on what you desire. What do you desire now, right? So yeah. Perfect. Beautiful messages. All right, and let's just close with Major Arcana, and that will culminate this reading. Major Arcana, final message for the full moon in Libra. First post-eclipse lunation, full moon in Libra 2025. What is the guidance, please? Spirit, what is the guidance? Full moon in Libra. The Fool! Ha! The Fool, the Zero. Right, we already have the Neptune on 0 point Aries. Neptune is there already. And during the new moon in Libra in October, we'll have Neptune and Uranus on 0 degrees, retrograde. And Judgment, yes, clearing of the old decks, yes. Number 20, just like this one, we clearing all decks, you know. Number 9, endings. 36, number 9, this year we have the opportunity to forgive, let go. So we can focus on the new, create the new, attract the new, focus on the new, right? And yeah, recovery, the flares, again, the grace, you know, what are we birthing? This is the fire that's being, how you say, you know, when you poke in the fire, right? Ignited within us, so we can recover our true purpose, you know, being angelic beings, having a voice to create something new. Grand clearing of the decks, number 20. So the Fool can start again next year, the year of 10. 1 and 0, the year 10. Yeah, because the old has ended. The world has ended, because we're here to create new earth. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it with that 4 cards. Because we are in the month 4, right? The Judgment, the old has ended. It's ending because the new is going to begin. It's already beginning, it's already here, the energy is already here to create a new earth, the fertility, the expansion, the co-creation, right? Perfect. Okay, let's leave it with that. I would like to close this reading, the part 1 and part 2. Thank my higher self, spirit guides, angelic team, especially the angels. They've been very present. Stacey family, astrological team, our ancestors, Akashic record keepers, and all the beings of light that were present. Thank you, all the cards, all the mythological archetypes, and everyone listening. Thank you very much for your time. I hope that there was something of a value, something of a, you know, like reassurance, I suppose. Messages that put your heart at ease, because you're not in this together. I can promise you, we're all going through this together. You are not in this alone. We are all going through this together. There we go. Mercury is still retrograde when I'm recording this. Do excuse. Stationing direct on Monday. But yeah, by the end of next week, we will have everybody direct. So for the next 3 weeks, until Pluto stations retrograde, we will have planets direct, even though still in shadow, but direct. So we will start seeing this forward momentum from this full moon in Libra. The energy will start changing. And then once we move into Taurus season, the seedlings will start growing. It will start growing, right? So yeah, so we will definitely see a change of energy moving into second half of April and then May and going forward. So anyway, guys, with that, thank you very much again for watching. I wish you all a wonderful week ahead and have a wonderful full moon in Libra, and I'll speak to you again next week. Much love, everyone, and bye for now.